Hi everybody, Alex Deploy here from Expert Forex, and in today's video I am going to reveal a brand new tool that you can use today to find winning settings for your trading robots. So in a previous video I spoke about ideas on testing and optimization results that you can use to funnel your settings into a funnel where you would start using forward trading on demo accounts to refine your settings. So the process looks something like this. So you start with lots and lots of variations, you back trade them and you have a look at which currencies, which time frames, which settings are the most likely to succeed, and you refine it down, and you come out with about, let's say, 30 or 40 settings that look pretty good, and then you start demo trading them forward. So you put them on on demo accounts and you trade them for a month to see what results you get. So what I'm going to be showing you here is this process of taking those settings and demo trading them forward and sorting out the results, which are the bad ones, which are the good ones, learning from the bad ones, learning from the good ones, and slowly you refine your settings. Now the tool that I'm going to show you is how you can fast track this demo forward testing process. So just to repeat the demo forward trading process, you trade many demo accounts as shown in the previous video. You review the results every month, or I should actually say just regularly, to help you decide which ones are the good results, the bad results, and which ones have the biggest drawdowns, and so on. And that is where this new tool is going to become so invaluable in this particular process. It's going to change my life from now on. Then once you've got that information, what you do is you replace failing accounts with better settings and continue the process of testing them. And what you also would do is the successful ones you would promote. And that's exactly what we do. We've got this huge database, and the successful ones get promoted to our linking service so that our linking traders get only the best accounts to link. And then we repeat the process over and over again. And again, this tool is going to allow me personally to look at these accounts on a daily basis and let me know which ones are succeeding, which ones are meeting the listing criteria, which ones need attention, which ones need replacement, and so on. I can do that much faster and more regularly. Now all this information is now being shared totally with our clients. So we are sharing our testing accounts, our linked accounts, our suspended accounts. We are sharing all that information with you. We're not only sharing the results of those accounts, but we're also sharing the settings used on those particular accounts. If you are a manual robot trader, you can basically take those settings and use them in your robots. Fantastic, because they have gone through that funnel and they have come out as proven settings, because they have actually been proven in actual trading. So that's the highest quality settings that you can get. So let's have a look at this in a little bit more detail. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into this traded strategies and settings section. It's a brand new section. It's almost probably only about 2 or 3 weeks old, but it has grown tremendously in terms of the value that's coming out of that particular section. Okay, here we are on the premium forum, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to that section that I mentioned earlier, which is the traded strategies and settings section, and I'm going to click on that. So this section has grown tremendously over the last few weeks, and what I'm going to start out by is I'm going to say, let's say we own the RSI Liberator and we want to find settings that have performed very well. So here's our task. So what you would do is you'd go into this section, Expert Forex Laboratory Robot Strategies, because the laboratory is where all the testing happens, but we also have linked accounts there, as well as some of our suspended accounts and also all our test accounts. So let's go and have a look at that, and we're interested in the RSI Liberator. So we click on that, and here you can see which currencies are used by the RSI Liberator, and then you can see the accounts that are being traded. So let's go and have a look at the account. And the accounts are in a database that has all the settings for a particular account. So let's look at this RSI1. There are all the settings, the time frames, the currencies, as I've shown you, can be obtained from that section that I've just shown you. And there are the settings that have produced the following results, and there are the statistics, and you can actually go and have a look at the age of the account, the drawdown, current drawdowns, the maximum drawdowns, the drawdowns by the profitability per month, per day, all kinds of statistics that you can have a look at using this database. So this is where you find the settings. But the problem with this database is you have to look through all of these to find out which are the good ones, which are the poor ones, and so on. Now that is where the new tool comes in, and I'm going to show you the new tool, and you'll see the massive change it's going to make in most traders' lives to find really good settings. So I'm going to go back to the main section of the forum, and then there's a section here, finding great settings quickly. Now that is the tool that we've just created, and we're going to find the great settings for the RSI trading account. So let's have a look. Click on that, and it takes us to the RSI account database. The difference between this and the one that you saw before is that this one is fully sortable, and it has automatic decision making, which I'll show you soon. One thing I must mention about these databases, they are updated daily. So what you're looking at the moment are yesterday's results, so they are always current. You're not waiting for a weekly update or a monthly update or anything like that. These are current, and it's all automated. Don't worry, we don't do anything. It's all automated from through the internet and brought to you in this format. So let's have a look at this particular database. So there are basically 10 items that you can look at. You can look at the account name, you can look at the age of the account, the gains per month in dollars, and then you can look at the gains per month in percentages. All of the accounts, to make them easily to be compared with each other, are based on a $10,000 account using 200 to 1 leverage. So then you can have a look at the current drawdowns. Now that was yesterday's drawdown, so they're very current, they're fresh. Then the closed gains, in other words, what has been cashed in on this particular account to push the balance up, and you can see the closed gains over there. Then we look at a particular item called the maximum drawdown. Now historically, FX Blue has produced really poor statistics in terms of maximum drawdown. What we have done is we have created our own database. Now the database is pretty new, it's about 3 to 4 weeks old, and we are producing our own maximum drawdown statistics, which are a lot more accurate than those of the FX Blue drawdowns and the My FX Blue book drawdowns. So we are much more confident in this number showing the correct maximum drawdown. Then we have the drawdown as a percentage of the investment. So let's say you're looking for a EA that does a drawdown of not more than 20% of your original investment. That's what you would sort there. You have then your return on drawdown. Now that's actually a very big ratio. It basically says your drawdown is your risk. How much money have you made on your risk? And so that's almost like a return investment, but it's a return on risk ratio. Very important one, quite an interesting one, and we'll look at that a little bit more. Then we have our return on investment statistics, which is more traditional. Then we go into a decision-making area, and I'll come back to that because I first want to show you how to use this section here. So what we've also done, you'll see a lot of colors here. The pink colors are the bottom 25% result. So if you see these pink colors, this account, for instance, is a 14-day-old account. It's very young. The green ones are the top 25%. So that if you see something that's 25, that's green, then you know it's in the top 25, and these are our older accounts. So that makes it easier for you to see the results more visually. And also it helps when you start sorting on these particular columns. Now, for instance, I've spoken about age. Let's go and sort on age. So we go from large to small, and it sorts immediately. There we are. There's our oldest, there's our middle of the range, and there's our youngest one. So that's the beauty of the sorting facility. And if the gains per month is an important ratio or key criteria, you then just sort over there, and there you can see, look at those gains per month, absolutely fantastic gains per month. But you have to bear in mind that those are young accounts, so they're less reliable. But here you can see, so those are projected. When they're under a month, it's projected, but when they're over a month, it's actual. So there are the gains per month figure. If that's something that's really important to you, you can immediately sort it, and then look at those accounts that have the highest gains per month. And if age isn't a factor for you, you obviously go for those. So the sortability of this database is fantastic. It really is a game changer. You can immediately home in on the key criteria that you want to use to select your accounts. Now, for instance, maximum drawdown, again, this number is going to change quite a lot because of two factors. Firstly, the pruning has been introduced, and secondly, it's going to become more accurate and more accurate over time. So here you can see, here's an account that looks pretty good, but it has had a large maximum drawdown. So you need to say, can I live with that kind of drawdown in my account? And then it sorts them all the way down, and you can then see, you can sort them the other way. So you can see which accounts have very low drawdowns, and there we are. And then, as I've mentioned earlier, return on drawdown, quite an important figure, and there you can see those statistics there. But now let's have a look at the decision-making criteria. Sometimes you want to see accounts that meet a number of criteria. So in other words, for instance, here the current drawdown, let's say you don't want to see an account that has more than, what you then do is you enter the amounts that you think are the amounts that you're happy to live with. So I don't want to see accounts that have more than $2,500 current drawdown. I don't want to see accounts that are younger than 60 days. I don't want to see accounts that have a bigger drawdown than 2,500 in terms of the maximum drawdown. And I want to see accounts that at least have a 10% return. So that's how the criteria works. It will then go away and it'll say, oh, this is disqualified because it's too young, and that one has a low return. And it will evaluate every single account on that on an automatic basis. So this is where the automation comes in. On an automatic basis, you can sort this. And then what you can do here, for instance, is you can then sort, and then you can say, all right, I found 4 accounts, because the criteria are quite strict, that meet my criteria of that criteria. And you can have a look here, and you can see that they meet the criteria. So this is a pretty good one. Nice high monthly return, low drawdowns, low maximum drawdowns, a good monthly gain. So you can then short circuit your decision making very quickly. And that's the tool. The tool allows you to sort the database in a way that allows you to make decisions a lot faster than previously, than looking at that big database with all the settings. So we have a number of databases. The one is for the RSI, the one for the wave, the one for the profit retriever, and the other one for the hedged EA. So that makes it a lot easier. And the one that I like is the total database, because now you can compare various EAs with each other. So let's go and have a look at the total database. And here's the total database. It's got all of there's about close to 200 accounts in this particular database that you can sort in any way you wish, and then you can see which ones perform the best, and again sort them according to any criteria that you need. But in terms of the decision making, the decision has basically that you see on the screen says that we don't want to see accounts that have more than 2,500 drawdown currently. Then we also don't want to see ones that have currently a maximum drawdown of 3,500. We don't want to see accounts that are younger than 45 days, and we only want to see accounts that are at least generating 8% a month. So it goes down, it goes into the 200, and it finds accounts that meet all those criteria, and then it says consider. And then you can look at the ones that have missed the criteria. You can see in the majority of cases it's still too young, but there are ones that are disqualified on maximum drawdown, and there's also some that are disqualified on current drawdown. But again, a fantastic database for you to decide which EAs you want to use and which accounts you want to use. And the EAs, the link H22 is, for instance, a hedged EA, and then the ones with a PR or profit retriever ones, and the ones that have wave in them. So it's easy to see which EAs are being used. Now, I'm very excited about this new tool. It really will save me time because I review these accounts at least once a week. Also, it is a current database. It's totally up to date. It also has improved drawdown statistics, so maximum drawdown statistics, and so I'm really excited about this one. I'm personally going to use it a lot. I hope that owners of our EAs can use these statistics to decide which settings they want to use for their robots, and even participants in the linking service can come and have a look and which are the accounts that are doing well in terms of the linking service. So you can see here's a few ones here, link H15 for instance, or link H, they all linked service accounts. So this service is ideal for owners of those 4 robots, and you need to be a paid member of the premium forum to enjoy the use of this fantastic new tool, the use of that database where it tells you all the settings. So if you're not a member of the premium forum, here is the page that you will go to. A link will be in the description of the video as well as in the commentary of the video. And the other thing is, I must remind you that our 80% off robot bundle is still going. And just a reminder, if you own any one of those EAs in that bundle, you are entitled to purchase the other 3 at 80% off. Just email us and we'll make those arrangements. Now, I hope you're as excited as I am about this new tool. I know it's going to change my life, and I sincerely hope that you find full benefit by using it. So from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.